Hey, what is up, guys? So, I have not made a video in a very long time. I've been dealing with some other things, but so much has happened in the culture and in the hip hop industry since my last video. So, there's so much to cover. But first of all, I just wanted to cover this particular situation. DJ Akademiks going in on Peter Rosenberg. As you guys know, he's gone in on him before. He exposed the fact that Peter Rosenberg, his wife, cheated on him. His ex-wife cheated on him with what he used to call a cameraman, some black dude, who he calls the BBC. DJ Akademiks is crazy. He is ruthless when he goes at his opposition, Apparently, Peter Rosenberg was talking shit about him in the previous situation, and Akademiks had a ruthless tirade about Peter Rosenberg, about his career not thriving, about him not making enough money, and about his wife cheating on him with a cameraman. And now, apparently, Peter Rosenberg has retweeted some tweet about DJ Akademiks, and DJ Akademiks decided to go in on him again, exposing the fact that Peter Rosenberg's ex-wife cheated on him with some black guy. Okay, now he's saying that the black guy worked in a mailroom. Before, he was saying that he was a cameraman. Either way, man, as you guys have seen in the past few years, I think particularly in the past year or two, DJ Akademiks has been going hard at all his ops. Anyone who criticizes him, anyone who says something bad about him, you can be sure that DJ Akademiks is gonna come for you. He's going to use his platform, and he is ruthless. He goes for low blows. He talks about your ex-wife. He talks about your situation. He really analyzes it in depth and exposes the reality of your circumstances. When you listen to him, he says that then media people are not going to stand down anymore because the check from the media is becoming bigger than the checks that these rappers are getting, and they realize that they can hire security, that they can move around with security, and so they're willing to come out there and really criticize and really expose a lot of things about these people, their ops, However, one thing about DJ Akademiks is since he started the Spotify podcast, he has been a lot nicer to rappers, Akademiks in the past 2 years has definitely become more industry. He's definitely trying to maintain relationship with a lot of these rappers, so he doesn't really go out there and criticize them and publish stories about them like he used to way back in the days. He even talks about taking money from one of these rappers, Moneybagg Yo. He took money from his label to publish a story about Moneybagg Yo. So Akademiks has definitely become more industry. I think he feels like he has the leverage and the power within the industry and within the culture to be able to kind of diminish his independent reputation. His whole brand was built on, if you go to Akademiks, you're going to get the truth about the situation. You're going to get an honest perspective about that person in the culture, whether it's a media personality or whether it's an artist. You're going to get the actual lowdown on it. However, in recent times, Akademiks definitely has become more of an industry person. Some people can attribute that to the fact that he just learned, but I think it's more so because he needs a lot more from others when he started his podcast. He needs them to come and to be willing to do his podcast. He needs industry personnel to be willing to bring their artists. He needs labels to be willing to bring their artists to do the podcast. Now, I don't know how many of you guys watch the podcast. I don't really watch it much. I think he should have just done it on YouTube. I know Spotify gave him a bag for it, but I've never really watched a whole Akademiks podcast. I'm sure a lot of you haven't either. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But one thing you can be sure of is that Akademiks, if you criticize him, if you become his op, he's going to go for the low blows immediately. He's talking about Rosenberg's ex-wife cheating on him with a BBC, okay, which I think most of you know what that is, a black guy, basically. So, yeah, I just wanted to do a story about that. It's kind of funny to hear him go at people. I mean, you guys probably saw the Rory and Mal situation when he was going at Rory and Mal. He just tears into people, man. He just tears into them. It's kind of amusing, man, but we'll see what happens. All right. Peace out.